tell me what you made of today's performance.
Yeah, it was really disappointing, I guess. I think, in the first half we didn't play poorly, I'd say, but obviously we went 1-0 down from us not really having the intensity to get out to the ball quick enough. Obviously we created a few chances, but not really anything clear cut. And then in the second half, I think we let ourselves down in terms of, we didn't really play as a team. We were just arguing with each other. We let the frustration get the most of us, or get the better of us, and it affected our performance massively. I think, after the last 2 games, we played so well. It's really disappointing to come back home where we normally train and play and let ourselves down like that, and let down everyone that was watching us.
Did it feel like maybe that success over the last few weeks contributed to the response to maybe going behind?
No, I wouldn't say that, because we reiterated a lot throughout the week that we can't let 1 or 2 good games let us we can't get too high or get too low. Like I said, it's disappointing because that was a team we could definitely go out and beat, and it was we just weren't good enough today.
Obviously, as the striker, was it quite frustrating playing when you didn't maybe have that many clear-cut chances?
Yeah, I know. I had one in the first half and I let myself down with that finish, but I think Norwich were very compact. They tried to make it difficult for us, especially with having a lead as well. They made it really difficult for us to maybe play through and getting behind them and create clear-cut chances, but that's something that we have to work on, how to break down teams that play like that.
Yeah, obviously no league games now for the rest of the year. Is that frustrating that you don't have the opportunity to get out there and put things right? Or do you think it's the right time?
It's really disappointing, because especially after a performance like that, you want to go and make up for it almost, and obviously we just have to keep training and then have over Christmas rest where we need to rest, and then come back in January ready for what we have.
Yeah, if we just talk about you for a bit, obviously you've been at the club for a year and a bit now, and how have you found it so far?
Yeah, it's been a good experience. I think I've really, over these past 2 years, developed as a player. I think last year I was hampered a little bit by injuries, but this year I've been able to stay fit and obviously been able to contribute as well, which I'm really happy about.
Coming from a club like Man City, has it been hard at all to adjust to somewhere like Norwich? Or?
Yeah, it's always going to be hard, isn't it?
Yes.
It's the facilities and stuff like that, but I don't regret it. I think it's really helped me in terms of what I've become as a player, maybe understanding my body better, understanding my role as a striker better, what my strengths are, what my weaknesses are, what I need to work on, what I'm already good at. So, I think it's been a positive move for me.
Does it feel like it's given you a bit of a better situation to develop when maybe you're not at a big club like that where you've got probably hundreds of players to compete?
Of course, when you're at somewhere like City, you've probably got 3 strikers in an age group and then another 5 on loan. But I think obviously it definitely has helped in terms of there's less people, which means you can really focus on yourself, and you also have more access to coaches because there's not as many players that need help as well. Of course. Yeah.
How do you see your future going forward? Would you like a loan before long, or would you like to keep developing here?
I think for me personally, I think I'll have to see what happens in January. I think obviously I'm at a point where I've been playing under 21s football since I was 17, 18. You know what I mean? So I've experienced a lot, and I think I've gotten a lot from it. But for me personally, I want to challenge myself at the next level and see what it's about. Yeah, but obviously, got to perform better than that to obviously get the opportunity. So. Yeah,
do you think playing with in adult football and with maybe that increased physicality and pace, do you think that's the next step for you always?
I think that's a lot of us want that, of course, like I said, but ultimately it comes down to every single day how hard you work. You need to understand that it's going to be a completely different level. When you go out and play the men's game, and it means a lot more. So you have to work hard in these games, and you can't really take these games for granted, because once you go out to the men's game, like every point matters. Do you know what I mean? So it's important to keep working and hopefully see what happens.
Yeah, but do you think it's maybe a bit easier to to get noticed at that level, because it feels like maybe you can compare it more easily to where the first team are than under 21s football, which is quite hard to sort of compare to senior football.
Yeah, I think so. I think when you're playing the men's games, there's a lot more eyes on you regardless, because you're not going to get a big crowd in a 21s than you are in a men's game. So it's definitely much better to compare yourself and see where you are, like, physically and mentally, and if you are really ready for it. But it's a step that all of us are going to have to take at one point. So the sooner the better.